During open enrollment, I see people make the same 4 mistakes every year. Let's avoid those in 2025. Hi, I'm Larry Goist, owner of LMS Insurance Group, where we help seniors navigate the Medicare Maze. So in today's short video, I'm going over the 4 most common mistakes I see during open enrollment. And I'm going to go over 3 real basic topics. So number 1, I'm going to list those 4 mistakes so you know what not to do. Secondly, I'm going to tell you exactly what you should do. And then thirdly, I'm going to give you a few tips on some additional things you need to look out for. And that's all coming up next. Hey, before I dive in, don't forget to like our channel. Definitely subscribe if you find this content helpful. I really appreciate you doing that. So mistake number 1, and that is skipping your insurance review altogether during open enrollment. Look, I have a lot of clients who they say things are going good, things are fine, they like what they have, and they just want to roll it over. And I'm all about that, but I still encourage my clients, let's get on the phone for 2 minutes so I could tell you about the changes that you need to know. So number 1, there could be changes in your plan that you're unaware of, and you're not going to find out until it's too late. But number 2, there might be other new benefits available that were not available the prior year. So just in the last 5 years, we've seen things come and go. Monthly grocery cards, cards for people with chronic conditions, Part B give-back plans. All these things evolve. In 1 year, there's a lot of options. The next, there's not so many. So even if you love your plan and your plan basically stays exactly the same, you should still do a 5-minute review because there might be something else out there available that would benefit you even more. Now, the little second part of this is make sure you're doing a review with an insurance broker. Okay, so when it comes to insurance agents like myself, we are classified in 2 different categories. You have captive agents that only work for one insurer. And then you have people like myself that are insurance brokers that can show you a range of plans. So if you're a captive agent, if you work for company XYZ, right, you're only going to be able to discuss those plans and those benefits. So if you're a Medicare beneficiary and you're working with a captive broker, you are only seeing a fraction of the options available. So even if it's not us at LMS Insurance Group, certainly find a broker you trust that offers a multitude of plans. Okay, mistake number 2 is not checking your dental and vision allowance on your Medicare Advantage plan. So I've been doing this for 9 years, and that's the one thing that I could say changes the most year to year is dental benefits. I mean, heck, 2 years ago in Ohio, there was a plan that would pay 80% of the cost of implants. Now in 2025, I know of basically no plans that will pay for implants. So my point is, when it comes to dental and vision allowances, those changes tend to be more drastic. I mean, again, last year we had a company in Ohio that got rid of their dental benefit altogether, and instead you got a dental reimbursement. So if you're not going to look at anything else in your plan, at minimum, look and see what happened to your dental and vision coverage so it's not too late before you find out. Okay, mistake number 3 is not rechecking your prescriptions. Look, I understand your prescriptions might not change, but that does not mean that the plan you're on formulary didn't change. In fact, in the last 3 years, we have seen more and more changes with Part D formularies because of the Inflation Reduction Act. So just because all your prescriptions were free this year doesn't mean they're all going to be free next year. And just because you didn't have a drug deductible this year doesn't mean you won't have one next year. So always review that drug coverage, even if you only have 1 or 2 prescription drugs. Okay guys, mistake number 4 is waiting till the last minute. Look, if you're waiting till the first days of December or around Thanksgiving to get in touch with your insurance broker, it is probably too late. If you work with somebody that's qualified, that's an expert, the odds of them having openings on December 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th on those last days of open enrollment are not very likely. So if you work with somebody that's an expert, you work with somebody that's important to their clients, it is not realistic to call them around Thanksgiving and then to get you in always before December 7th. So certainly, before we get to Halloween, if you want a Medicare review, reach out to your broker and get on their calendar. Okay guys, so what should you guys do on your annual review? So a few tips here. Number one, again, is book early. Get on your broker's calendar early so they have time to prepare and give you the time that you deserve in the appointment, okay? Number two, if you could get your broker a list of doctors and prescriptions before your appointment, you could spend that appointment time talking about plans and benefits instead of building different network lists and prescription lists. Okay, number three, be cognizant about what extra benefits you need in the next calendar year. Whether you have major dental work coming up, you have a cataract, or you have an expensive hip surgery. Whatever it is, be cognizant of what you're going to do the next year, because you could change your plan year in and year out to match some of the services that you're going to do for that next calendar year. And then lastly, you should ask your broker to show you at least one good alternative. Even if you love your plan, say to your broker, if you were in my shoes and you had to pick one alternative, what would it be? Have them lay that out in a side-by-side, because even if you love your plan and it's the best in the world, when you look at things in a side-by-side chart, you might change your mind and realize that, hey, even though my plan's been good, I could do much better. So at minimum, just say, hey, Mr. Broker, give me one alternative to what I have, lay that out for me to look at. Okay guys, so I want to give you guys a few things to look out for when you're on your review. So you know what to bring, you know when to do it, but what should you look out for? So a few things. Number one is, very often if you use a mail order pharmacy, you're going to get the very lowest cost. So always look into that mail order pharmacy and see what would happen if you change your scripts from your regular pharmacy to mail order. Okay, number two, your broker might not always realize that one of your doctors has left the network. So make sure you go over network changes. Were there any major disruptions that you should know about heading into the next year? Now guys, in 2026, supplemental benefits are changing. If you get a monthly food benefit right now, if you get some sort of benefit like that, you have to have a chronic underlying condition in 2026 to still receive that food benefit. So make sure you talk to your broker about how the SSBCI and the value-based insurance design changed in 2026. And we made completely separate videos that cover that entire topic. And lastly, guys, before you get to the end of the year, don't forget to use your extra benefits. If you have over-the-counter allowances, grocery cards, dental allowances, or fitness reimbursement allowances, those things cannot be carried into 2026. So what you don't use, you're going to lose by the end of 2025. So guys, to review, don't skip your annual review. In fact, you want to get on your broker's calendar early enough so that they have time to prepare. If you can get them a list of prescriptions and doctors, it's going to be even more helpful so that you could spend your time with your broker talking about how to make your situation better instead of building lists. As always, check for changes the following year like prescription deductibles, doctor networks, extra benefits, and all the ancillary products. And guys, at the minimum, do a 2-minute review just to make sure the things that are important to you stay the same the next year. So guys, I hope this video was helpful. Good luck during open enrollment. I'll talk to you next time. Larry Goist with LMS Insurance Group. Thanks for watching.